Hi, I'm Rob Hancock, owner of Quantum Sportscars. This is Pete Holder, one of our employees.
You took over the company 5 years ago.
Yeah, thereabouts.
And tell me about the evolution, what you've discovered and what you've learned. And obviously you're now well established in the industry, and you've done a fantastic job from the members of the owners club. You've really integrated well with those and got a really good relationship with them. So how is the business from your perspective, how it's moved?
Okay, well, we thought the Xtreme was a properly sorted car. However, we've got a workshop full of cars that are in for various upgrades that we've had to carry out. Not all necessary, but to improve the car. Handling now is superb. New adjustable wishbones front and rear. New pedal boxes, because no one's going to break a Sierra to build a Quantum. So all the parts that now are necessary to build the car come from the kit rather than the Sierra donor, apart from drive shafts, hubs, diffs, which are still readily available.
So every car from number one right up to date of an Xtreme, all our modifications will fit. So it's an improvement on what was already a good car.
So basically owners can upgrade their cars as time goes on, so they can keep up with the latest factory. They won't fall behind the latest factory developments.
Absolutely.
No,
Yeah.
No one has an out-of-date car.
And future plans for the Xtreme? Apart from tweaks and developments.
MX-5 single donor has to be the way forward.
So that's the next step.
That's the next step,
That's
yeah.
going to be down the line.
But even so, I mean, it's not going to be a huge amount of MX-5. It's the sort of, because most of it is bespoke anyway.
Yeah.
That's how good the car is. Everything's made by us. But the MX-5 engine, gearbox, diff, drive shafts,
brakes.
That's about it, really.
So it's basically just replacing the older running gear with the new running gear, but
absolutely.
keeping the suspension bits and the chassis that you already send out with the kits as per.
Which also ties in with the Replicar, which we've recently purchased.
Now, when you first got the company, you got the Xtreme and you got the old models, the Saloon and the
2+2 and the H4.
And the H4.
Yes.
And then gradually you've taken in the Napier and you've brought them all back in house.
Yes, and the Sunrunner. Why we did that, I don't know, but it's another one of those. It was just a case of whether they were a viable business product or not. It was to get the whole lot back into one house and under our control. So that's sort of where that ended up.
And the latest purchase was the Replicar. So how did that come about?
We've been making the bodies for ANC for the last 4 years or so. So really we knew the business fairly well on that, and we were good friends with Andy. So probably knew more about it than anyone buying in from outside would have. So again, it was the obvious thing to do from our point of view with orders and orders that have gained since. So that under the Quantum banner has really brought that up a level, I think.
So that's MX-5 based.
Yes.
Is it a replica of a particular car, or is it a
No, DBR1 inspired, loosely I would say. We're adamant we stay away from naming it after something else with the current lawsuits that are going on with other cars. Be it that they won or lost, it's still an aggravation that nobody needs.
So have you come to a naming decision on it?
At the moment, we're favouring something along the lines of LMR1, which is Le Mans Racer 1.
Yeah. And that's in production and available for people?
Yeah, orders on.
So what are the kit prices now on the range? Because I presume you're concentrating on the Xtreme and the LMR1 at the moment.
Yes, they're the two main ones. The Xtreme kit is coming out at 10,995, and at the moment we've kept the prices the same on the LMR as the Replicar, but we've just done a new body, new moulds, new chassis, so the prices are going to have to go up a bit, but hopefully still on a budget kit.
Right, and that's roughly,
with a powder coated chassis and a coloured gel coat polished, they're about 7,500. I think is on the money.
Yeah. And the hard top for the Xtreme, you launched that at Newark. How's
Yes.
the response to that been?
Again, new moulds underway, a few adjustments needed. That one was made lastminute.com, rushed for the show. The moulds weren't finished properly, but it got a good concept, and yeah, we've got orders for those.
You've moved to the new premises. We're a little bit early because you haven't got the break
Just a bit.
So basically, it's a laminating shop at the moment. You're still sort of moving in as such, and it's working. You're working whilst you're moving in. So it's it's a real proper workshop as the moment. But what are the plans with the premises as it goes?
Well, as you can see, we're in a bit of a barn, which was a completely open cattle shed when we bought it. The laminating isn't actually done here, it's done down in my other workshop at home, which is a reasonable size, and we can control temperatures while we build this. The cars are stored here, and we do a fair amount of work in here, but most of it's done in the garage at home at the moment. Yeah, but as we go, and when we bought this, so there's no walls up, no doors, so it's been a bit of a labour of love. And we possibly moved out the other workshop too early, but no matter how you look at it, it's £50,000 in rent that we would have paid, that we've been able to plough into this. So that was the decision made.
You're doing other laminating work. When I came, the fins for the Sunseeker?
Yes, Sunseeker and Princess stabiliser fins. We do quite a lot of those. For some reason they don't fit the boats, so we have to chop them about and do a cut and shut on them to make them fit, which is the bread and butter work. So, along with a couple of other mouldings that we do. So, but the tide is turning, the Quantum is starting to take over, and we've dropped a lot of the other sort of bread and butter stuff that we were doing to take over with Quantum.